Hi, hello everyone. We are live. How's everybody doing out there?
Hello, friends. Leland, say hello to the people. Don't be rude.
I mean, there's no one in the chat.
Boom.
You could just say hi, in general, and then
Yeah. Hey, Beck.
how you doing, Beck?
I spoke to Beck already today. We had a one word exchange about a picture I sent them. So
So you're done for the day? No more words for Beck?
No, I'm
Still
just
not
saying.
addressed Beck.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I have spoken to them this afternoon at least once.
And you still haven't right now with them. Right
I
here in
actually
front of
did
you.
say hello. You were too busy bitching to hear me say it.
Beck, do you feel greeted? We would like our audience to feel
See?
like they are.
They love the memes that I send them.
The fifth member of the show is the audience. I feel that's a valid statement, as corny as it is.
It's true. It's very true.
You're corny.
Okay, good. Good. I'm glad, Beck.
Beck feels greeted, yes. So
This first 4 minutes of the show is just for you.
Yep.
All right, yeah. As you can tell, Steph's not with us just yet. She will be joining us hopefully in the next 10 minutes or so. She had life get in the way. And as we were getting stuff set up for today's episode, I was talking to Jordan about the new Zelda game, and I had questions. So now we went live.
yes.
I've never played a Zelda game to completion.
Okay.
I have barely played a Zelda game, period.
Okay.
I played the one on the NES.
The original Zelda.
The original, yeah.
And I never finished that either.
It is a very obtuse game.
So I know everyone went real crazy for Breath of the Wild, and I know people are really having a good time with Tears
of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Breath Tears.
Not Kingdom of Tears,
Nope.
which is metal as fuck. But what I didn't know until really like the last couple days, because I guess people are just kind of like everyone's discovering it at the same time. Our motherfuckers are building goddamn tanks and like mechs and shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Does he talk yet?
No.
No.
Because Link is the player character. You are inputting your own.
You can't talk for him.
Yeah, like you are pretending to be Link. In this situation, you are Link. So Link knows everything that you know. So whenever someone talks to Link, you already know the information that Link has to give them. So you just hear everything coming towards Link, which is you.
Beck verbed something in the chat that I didn't know we did now, but all right.
Yes, you can do that. You can do that.
Yeah, I guess you can. Huh?
You've never heard it when someone 9/11 someone else?
Yeah, they did.
I guess I just had to refer to it like this.
They used it in Rick and Morty.
That's right. That's why it sounds so familiar. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
So what the fuck is going on in Kingdom of Tears?
Tears of the Kingdom. Hey, Jet. So, yeah. Let's back up a little bit here.
Oh, okay.
If you've never played a Zelda game, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are both good entry points into the series.
Okay.
I would start with Breath of the Wild just because Breath of the Wild builds on a lot of stuff. Well, Tears of the Kingdom builds on a lot of what Breath of the Wild. Yeah, it's a sequel, but they do the thing like they do with every Zelda, where it's entirely its own thing while still being Zelda.
Okay.
Like,
'cause I'd heard that this one is very much more a sequel than previous editions, where like a lot of them are just new adventures that are unrelated to others.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are sequels in the same way that Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are sequels. They take place in the same world. They star the same Link, but they're entirely new adventures.
Yeah, like how sequels used to be.
Yeah, which like it's a legitimate like straight. It's part 2 of Breath of the Wild. But the thing about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is that they are both entirely different from every other Zelda game in existence.
Yeah.
In that, I guess the only the main one you could compare Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild to is the original Zelda, because in the original Zelda, your only objective is save Princess Zelda. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you going through all the dungeons, getting all your equipment and everything along the way is just set dressing for you to get Zelda. At any point, you could go straight to Zelda and try to save her, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not going to work out very well. Same thing in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You know what your objective is. You can go straight there at the start of the game if you want to. And you can try to beat it.
Walking to Mount Doom, and you're going to get your ass beat.
Yeah. And, well, people have done it already. Someone already has a 94-minute speed run of Tears of the Kingdom. They went straight for the end and did it. So it's entirely
like
possible.
Level 1, like, base character, starting character.
Basically, yeah. Which, wow. Yeah, it's something that's entirely possible that you could do. It's entirely up to you. Is you what it would take me a very long time to learn the patterns and everything. Like,
Got it.
Okay. Eventually, maybe. Would I want to? Not at all. Yeah. Wait, Majora's Mask goes in a different world. Semantics. Anyway. Yeah, like tackling. I came to a realization today. Okay. Not today. It was actually yesterday, but in over in PCP chat, which is an old podcast that no one knows about anymore. We were talking about various games, and I was talking there saying, like, I feel bad because I just dropped Jedi Survivor for Zelda, and then my buddy Shane told me, he's like, well, that's because Jedi Survivor is not a U game. Tears of the Kingdom is a U game, and that confused me because I was like, I like Jedi Survivor. I liked Fallen Order, like, but the more I thought about it, the thing that did bother me about both of those games is that they're both rigid in their play style and like how you play that game. Mm-hmm. Like you can force push, you can force pull. Those are the only two things you could do with the Force. You could confuse people. Cool. You have these set amount of things that you could do with your power set. It's like
every action has kind of an exact reaction.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of
in this situation I use this. In this situation I use that. Yeah. Like that's exactly what Fallen Order is and Survivor is. And they're both still very good games and there's nothing wrong with that. But I realized when I started thinking about, okay, what are my my 3 favorite games of all time? We have Super Metroid, we have Final Fantasy VII, we have Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. What do all 3 of those games have in common? It is the fact that it is up to the player how you play the game. In Super Metroid, you can, go through the game like normal, get your powers power up as you go through the game, or you could do more advanced technique. You could use more advanced techniques and sequence break and get powers way ahead of time and play the game how you want to play the game. In Final Fantasy VII, it's a JRPG. It's a turn-based RPG where everyone you get a menu every time the timer hits. It's your turn to go. The player choice comes from the materia system, whereas in previous Final Fantasies, you have this character. You have Vivi. He's your black mage. You have Garnet. She's your healer. You have. I'm using Final Fantasy IX as a reference. Yes.
Why's it got to be black?
Well, because he's literally, his face is literally black. He's shrouded in shadows, and black magic is always considered dark and unholy-ish, but also the coolest kind.
I believe it's just called magic.
Magic is just magic to me.
All right, sorry.
Yeah,
I wanted to
materia
fuck around
system.
for a second.
You have the materia system, and you could make whichever character be whatever you want them to be. You can make Cloud your healer. You can make Barrett your healer. You can make Tifa your absolute tank, even though she already is. You can do whatever you want. In Metal Gear Solid 3, it's a stealth action game. but it's up to you how you approach that mission. Do you kill everything in sight? Do you just sneak around, be a ghost? No one knows you're there. Do you silently take people down? You tackle that game however way you want to, and I learned that's just a hallmark that I really like in games. It really informs how I feel and like act towards games, which is I already know that Street Fighter 6 is my favorite fighting game of all time because of the player choice involved with the drive system. All these things.
Cool.
Back to Zelda. That is what Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have you do. Whereas in every single Zelda before that, that's not the case. There is a set path that you go down. You have to say, okay, you go to this temple, you get this power. That power lets you go to this next temple. You go in there, you get that new power that lets you progress further. And that's just how Zelda games work. That's not how Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom works. In the first hour of the game, you get essentially all the powers and abilities you need right at the start. They teach you how to use them, and then the rest of the game is just apply those tools to these puzzles. There's almost infinite numbers of ways to solve the puzzles in the game. It's just however your mind works. You get to do it however you like.
Okay.
So again, I would recommend, if you never played a Zelda game, try Breath of the Wild. If you don't like puzzle games, Zelda's not for you.
I'm so hit and miss when it comes to like puzzle games and stuff.
Yeah.
Knowing me now, we've been pals like 10 years or something.
Yeah. It's been, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like coming up to 10 years if it's not 10 years. Do you think I would like it? Do you think it's worth me putting down like the $40-$50 that like Breath of the Wild is currently or whatever to play that?
It'll always be $60. Oh, Breath of the Wild will always be $60. Tears of the Kingdom will always be $70.
Okay. To put down $60. Do you think I would like it? Because like I admittedly I've run out of steam on a lot of games.
Yeah.
Open world stuff I kind of struggle with, especially filling out all the corners of it. I usually I will move through the main thrust of the story, and once that story is done, my interest in that game drops dramatically. I do not go backwards often. So a Metroidvania kind of like I don't know if that's going to be my jam to have to bounce back and forth to places. It feels a little annoying. But I do have a bit of like FOMO. Everyone's like having so much fun with this, with Breath of the Wild, and that came out, and now I discovered you can make fucking mechs and shit, and that seems real bananas, and that seems fun.
Yeah.
But like, is it $70 to fuck around fun?
No, you cheap.
Let's take that out of this equation.
So you said you like. Well, do you like having to go to every corner to fill in the map? Do you like having to do that?
Not particularly, because I am very much story driven.
Yeah.
So unless like the story itself takes me through and sends me there, then I don't even really notice that I'm 100%ing a map because this is just where the story takes me. But like side missions I almost never really spend much time on, and like of my own free will, unless like the crafting is fun enough to validate the farming and having to travel for farming, then I am unlikely to go to areas that the story does not send me to.
You would be hit or miss on Tears of the Kingdom because again, it's a game where the game starts, they tell you exactly what your main objective is. Go there, save Zelda.
Yeah.
Now, again, totally up to you if you want to go straight at it. Probably not going to survive very long.
Sure. Now,
the way Tears of the Kingdom sets it up is like, yeah, go straight there, find Zelda, help her. If you don't want to do that, okay. Well, there's these four different points on the map. There's shit going down there. We need someone to figure out what's going on. if Save Zelda isn't doable for you, maybe check out those 4 regions and see what's going on there.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
And then quests kind of like take you around in circles in those areas, and then you're kind of done with the area.
More or less, yeah.
Okay. How much like back and forth is there to the gameplay? As far as like, well, got this power up, now I got to go back to this other place.
Well, that's again up to you. It's up to you sort of thing, where it's like, because there's really no need really to go back to any place you've already been to. There's really no need for it, but you will have to
new key you unlock.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
Some things might begin to make more sense with more people you meet. Like, oh, I really like wells. Tell me all the wells that you find. I'll give you some money for it. Like, there's stuff like that.
You got that well kink.
Yes. That's a real thing. I did not make that up.
They just love themselves a deep hole.
Yeah. Yes.
Good on them.
A lot of it is self-motivation. Just like, how motivated are you to solve these problems? How motivated are you to get stronger? How motivated are you to go and find Zelda? How motivated are you to do these things? And that's something I can't predict in a person, you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I would be surprised. I would absolutely be surprised if you knew exactly this game and me and being like, yes, Anthony, I know that you may be apprehensive about it, but this is absolutely your shit. I would be surprised as fuck if you could say that with any kind of confidence.
Yeah.
But if you could be like, give me a little more insight. I mean, it still sounds fun, but I don't necessarily see myself going forward and actually getting it, because of all the reasons that I've said before that are kind of like, well, that make it hit or miss. I also don't spend a lot of time playing video games.
Yeah.
Our community day on Sunday, when we've got everyone hanging out and we're playing these very pick up, put down games, that's the most time I spend on a video game all week.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I've got, several like D&D games. I've got the podcast stuff. I've got life stuff. I don't have a lot of time for video games, and I'm comfortable with that. Like, I don't really find myself like missing video games very much. I like video games to like fill time and experience a good story, or just fill time.
In that case, Tears of the Kingdom might be for you then. Because again,
yeah,
with a lot of games, like, oh, I don't have a lot of time to play. You put it down, you come back, maybe a week later, power up the game. What the fuck was I doing? Who I have to go, where do I have to go again?
Yes, this is a problem. I deal with a lot.
Again, with Zelda, it's just, she's over there, go save her. Oh, I'm still not strong enough. I guess I'll just go this way and get stronger. That's it. Like,
okay.
Like, it is the type of game where you could put it down, leave it for months, come back. Oh, well, all right. And just jump right back in and go do some stuff, you know?
My Switch has been like woefully underused. I picked up, I played Diablo. I played Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
And only to some degree. Now, granted, those are 2 very old games I played on it.
Yeah.
And other than some killing time with Mario Kart, I have not done anything else on this Switch.
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to have a reason to have spent the very cheap cost that I did spend on it. Like, I got it for like $1.50 from my sister, brand new.
Nice.
So like, yeah, I got a good deal, which is most of the reason why I bought it. I'm like, well, I won't have an opportunity like this again.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought I'd play it more than I have, but I don't know if they're just waiting for the right game or what.
It's absolutely that. Yeah, you're just finding the game that really hits for you, and that's fine. That's most people in the world with games.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, again, if you are not a fan of puzzles, I don't get it. How
much of a fan of puzzles?
I mean, a lot of it is physics puzzles. Like,
Okay.
I did.
Physics puzzles is one thing.
Yeah.
Like a memory puzzle. Fuck a memory puzzle.
Oh yeah. No.
I can't do shit like that.
No.
But all right. But like a physics puzzle of like moving counterweights and stuff like that, my brain can work that way.
But yeah, I think yes. In that case, yes, you'd really like it.
Okay.
That's
that's another thing.
Yeah.
I would worry about, like, pay $70, hit a puzzle in the first 30 minutes, give up on life.
Yeah. No. It's again they really ease you into it. They show you exactly how your powers work, and then you just have to remember. Oh yeah, I could use this to do that. Like, I can't. You could make a giant Gundam with a flame throwing dick that explodes if you want to.
I'm not gonna lie, that is definitely an attractive quality in this game.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that's just really fun for me. It was just like, can I put this on this, and then it works. And then I attached 2 rockets to a glider, and then put a bunch of batteries on it, and then 4 fans. Then I started it all. Oh, and I had a little steering thing on it too. I started it up. The rockets rocketed me into the air, and then they disappear after like 5 seconds. But I had the fans still going, so I made a puddle jumper, like just flying around trying to get to
no
the next
recipe.
With no recipe, no, I just did it.
That's awesome, honestly.
Yeah,
that's awesome, and props to the game itself for letting you just use your imagination like Lego bricks.
Yeah, like I just stumbled on this area. I'm just like, all right, there's a glider. There's a shit ton of fans and batteries and rockets. I'm just gonna use it all. Also, I took a cannon, put it on my shield. Now I'm a walking tank.
With a child's level of understanding of like basic mechanics, you can just go nuts.
Yes, absolutely.
That's pretty rad.
Like, you have a log and you have 4 wheels. I'm just gonna throw these wheels onto this log, and it just works. It starts rolling down the hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a stupid fucking game. About, like, it's just such a dumb game. It's amazing. It's so fun.
Right on. All right. Well, $70 is still a big ask.
Maybe, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, maybe I can steal Steph's copy if she gets a physical copy. Maybe in 3 to 4 months. I don't know what her plans are, but I'm a little more confident in at least being interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun Leland hasn't said anything. He's not trying to be a part of this conversation.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So.
That's why you ask questions.
I just don't have any questions to ask.
I feel like I explained a lot.
What's a Zelda?
I know it's the bitch he's got to save.
She's the princess of Hyrule.
Whatever.
Yeah, you put some respect on her name. Damn.
She ain't real.
You ain't real. Without going into detail.
Yeah, spoiler free.
I'll share. I went through a 5-movie Marvel marathon.
Wow.
That ended with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So Guardians been out like 2 weeks now.
Yes.
Almost everybody's seen it. Everyone's talking about how good it is. I want to see it. I didn't see Ant-Man, and I was kind of okay with that. I'm still kind of Ant-Man. Yeah, I haven't seen Ant-Man. You haven't seen it either?
I've not seen it yet, no.
Okay. It'll be on Disney here in like a week.
Yeah, I believe it should be on Disney Plus soon.
Yeah. And like no one was so hot about it that I felt I had to like change my life up to go out and see it. But Guardians, everyone was real big on Guardians. So I'm like, okay, this one I want to happen.
Yeah.
So the weekends I mostly spend a lot of time with my girlfriend, and I'm like, hey, would you be interested in seeing Guardians? Now, she has not seen many of the Marvel movies, but she was down because she's cool that way. I'm like, okay, well, what have you seen? Because we're about to go into like the last Guardians movie, and you're probably going to need some context. Yeah. So what have you seen? She's like, well, I think I saw I think I saw maybe the first Guardians.
Wait, hang on. Are you telling me you watched Guardians 1, 2, Infinity War, Endgame, and then Guardians 3?
You're sure right, I did.
No, if you needed to do that, like, I mean, they really do other than like you just don't know who the characters are. I mean, like Star-Lord explains a lot of the plot of the last couple movies multiple times to multiple people.
He does.
So like, I don't know that. I don't know that.
I mean, if you had seen a trailer, you would,
Fair.
because they do talk about it quite extensively in the trailer. But as you
the
stated the
trailers.
other day, I don't watch trailers, so
Yeah.
you know.
Did you see I was talking about you like that, Jordan?
I'm not talking about Jordan. I'm talking about you.
You just said you don't watch the trailers either. So you're talking about both of us.
No, but I don't talk to him regularly.
Ooh, Jordan. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, you think you saw the first one, but it's been a long time. It's been like since the first one came out. I'm like, okay, shit. Well, if that sets up everything, then the second one brings in a couple more characters, makes stuff like important stuff. It builds the relationship of Star-Lord and Gamora.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's probably going to be important. But then if we jump to the third one, there's that whole Infinity and Endgame. That's going to matter as to why the relationship from 2 now no longer exists.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm like, okay. And I never really had to think about it. Most everyone in my life has seen most or all of the Marvel movies. So I've never had to like do the brain power to be like, okay, how many movies do we need to watch for you to be educated as to everything likely to happen in this new movie? Because
31.
I mean, it would help a little. And then I started kind of falling down like a mental rabbit hole of like, okay, well, there's Guardians 1 and 2. And then we're going to have to watch Endgame, Infinity War and Endgame. Well, shit. Well, if we're going to watch that, that's going to have a bunch of confusing shit too. I'm like, all right, I just got to cut the line off. We cannot explain Endgame and Infinity War. We're just, because then you have to watch every single movie.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Infinity War to Endgame, they kind of inform each other just enough.
Those two do, yes.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of characters there that if you've not been watching the Marvel movies for the last like 15 years, then there's a lot of people you just don't know. And she has not watched the vast majority of Marvel films.
What about the Christmas special?
I opted not to do the Christmas special. I realized only in hindsight that it would have been useful, but with a brief conversation, important stuff is informed.
There's really only one thing you need to know from the Christmas special.
Two things. I think 2 things.
Yes.
The dog is a second one.
3. I wasn't thinking. I didn't know Cosmo was gonna have like a part. I think it's adorable and it's great. But Mantis and Star-Lord, Guardians Run Nowhere, and Cosmo, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess because I read the comic, all this just seems completely there. So you know what I mean? Like,
my lady is completely uninformed.
No, I'm talking about you. So like,
I know it all. Yeah,
but you didn't know Cosmo was going to be there. He's been on the team for years. I mean, it's just like, you know.
I don't assume everything from the comic books is going to translate.
I mean, have you seen one of their movies? I'm not
they
trying to be a dick. I'm just like,
well, there's like, when do they bring Kitty Pryde in? Like, when did they bring in the original Star-Lord?
Well, I mean,
like, where's Phoenix and all these other Fox, Ray? Fox,
bitch, we can't even get Fantastic Four on time. Like,
I'm just saying, like, I don't assume everything will always be there, and I know Cosmo's been in and out.
Fair enough.
Because it's also a movie, you can only have a cast so large.
It's true.
So now that I've seen 3, I rank 1, 3, 2.
That's where I'm at.
I don't see it where the people are putting 3 over 1. It's good, certainly better than 2, but that definitely
without
one,
you can't have 3.
It's a focus on my favorite Guardian. That's why.
Sure.
That's why.
And if people like that character, I get where they're going.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1 back. What? 3, 2, 1 back?
Whoa, 3, 2, 1.
Beck, I love you, but 2's bad. I'm going to just say it.
I'm not going to say bad, but it is a B at best.
It is
my biggest concern's a strong word. My biggest problem with part 2 is that they just made them all so unlikable. I was like, why would I want to spend any time with any of you fuckers?
Yeah,
Like, they're just so angry.
Yeah.
Like Rocket is such a terrible portrayal of that character that I'm like, you're a dick. I don't want to spend any time with you in this movie. But you have to go through that so that you see Rocket in Endgame and Infinity War where he grows as a character.
Yep.
So by the time you get to part 3, you're like, I will die for Rocket.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I get that. But part 2 was real rough for me. But
2 was really rough.
Kurt Russell's beard is fucking amazing, and that carries a long way. I mean, that is like the most immaculate beard. And I don't know if it's real or fake. Who give a fuck? I just think it's great.
Oh, fucking Scott in here.
Scott really likes the Christmas special because Scott discovered how much he loves Mantis over the last week and a half.
It's absolutely great. It's a blast of a time.
Yeah, Nebula was his favorite, and then Mantis got more parts or more lines.
Yeah. So in a rewatch, and I hadn't watched any of them in a while, especially like Infinity and Endgame.
So good, right?
If you know what, I've only really kind of circled back around. We're just never gonna get as good as those 2 Avenger movies again.
No, like that's why these new phases aren't great.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like we have to rearrange our brains and bring the bar down.
We're never gonna have another Endgame moment in our lives, and we have
We could have, and I'm staying optimistically positive that perhaps whoever they recast as Kang, when he goes up against whoever is Doom in that final movie, might be cool. They might as well just recast that cat from fucking Guardians 3 and make him the new Kang, because Jesus Christ,
perfect.
That man is
so good,
phenomenal.
Yeah. He's just
Do you know they made him audition? Like, James Gunn picked him and they were like, no, we're going to need to see him audition.
Like, I know I've seen him, but I can't remember where
he's in Peacemaker.
Yeah,
he's their boss.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. He's so fucking good, dude.
He's great in that too. Yeah. Yeah, holy shit. New number 1 bad guy of all time.
Yeah. Oh my god,
well, that's what the joke online is. When you're mean to animals, you immediately you're the worst person on the planet. Like, there's even Thanos, you're like, well, Galaxy. He had a point.
Again, I guess things I maybe would have learned if I watched the trailers. Didn't realize how many bad things were gonna happen.
I didn't watch the trailers either.
Sure, yeah. But like, did you know it was gonna get that bad?
No, not at all.
Neither did I.
I mean, I did because James Gunn talked about it in several interviews. So it's just like,
but I don't watch those things. I go immediate blackout.
That's fair enough, and I respect you for it to an extent. I don't, so I don't know these things.
So
Scott was really like, he was wearing a very similar Kang outfit.
I feel like that was intentional.
I mean, they did. That movie was filmed like a year ago.
Yeah, I don't think
no,
works out on that
because Thanos purple, Kang purple, like the villains are purple. Ronan the Accuser purple.
Sure,
the villains are purple.
Secondary colors are always villains.
But they always wear purple in the comics too. I mean, that's
Joker. Like purple is Catwoman. Like,
I think 95% of every Disney villain has purple on them.
Yeah, secondary characters are villain characters, and primary colors are hero colors. That's a very standard like comic book storytelling, visual storytelling trick. So Guardians 1 still blast of a time. 2 kind of a bummer. Still had all the feels. Fucking, what's it been, 6-8 years since Avengers, or since like Infinity War, something like that.
6 years.
2018, 2019.
Okay, so 5 years.
Yeah.
4 years. All right, 4 years. Still great. We finished Infinity War, and she hadn't seen it. And I turned to her, I'm like, now imagine having to wait like a year before you find out what happens. We instead just went to bed because it was 1 a.m. because this whole idea came up in the afternoon of a Saturday. And we're like, we've got like 10 hours of movies we're going to watch. So
Someone the other day in the store was doing that thing that we did a couple years back where the audience who may not be comic book people to understand what's going on. So like when Black Panther disappears and people start crying and freaking out, you're like, yeah, I get it. He disappeared. His movie made $1 billion. You know he's coming back, right? Like,
but you're in the 15, 20 percentile of the audience that pays attention to that.
I'm just saying. I just thought it was really funny. Like Spider-Man died. You're like, yeah, he'll be back. It's comics.
Oh, come on. Everyone is not that cynical. like when you're watching a movie, like, yeah, these things are there, but it's just like in the moment, it's like, oh no, that character that I love is gone, is dead. They're dead.
I'm not saying I didn't cry. This is not my perspective. I'm telling you what a customer told me.
I know a lot of people like think that way. And it's just so weird to me. Just like be in the moment, you know, like enjoy it for what it is.
It's hard to do that though.
I gave up on keeping up on those things.
It's hard for me to do that because then I go to work.
Yeah, you're immersed in it. Through osmosis, you will know these things.
Like it's so fun. Like I had a kid. I've told this before, but like a kid was just like, "Oh, you have the best job." I was like, "Yeah, it's a good job." He's like, "Do you just read comics all day?" It's just like, no.
I wish.
I read less comics now than ever.
Yeah, you know what I do when I go home? I don't read a comic because I'm surrounded by them all day, kid. Yeah. It's still work for me.
Yeah.
It's a great first year.
This is like, do you understand how much logistics and math I now have to fucking do? Like, that's not how this is supposed to be. Good thing I know how to add and subtract.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It is kind of like how I'm so deep in video game stuff where it's just I just know all the shit that's going on all the time.
Yeah, like people are like, "Oh, what are you gonna do when you go home?" I'm like, "I'm gonna shoot people in a video game." They're like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I deal with people all day."
Yeah.
I'm like, I've worked in the public sector for like 25 plus years. I'm entitled to go home. Public sector. I'm entitled to go home.
Your service, Leland.
Hey, you know what? They counted me during the pandemic as an essential worker if I really wanted to push the issue.
I have a t-shirt 2 sizes too large that says essential worker.
Why is it 2 sizes too large?
It's a gift.
Does the person not know you?
No, they had one and just gave it to me. It wasn't purchased with me in mind.
That's a sleeping shirt.
I was like,
what's a sex shirt?
It's too big.
Easy to take off.
I know.
No confining corners.
You just
yeah. Where is Steph? How are we doing on the Steph count? Do we know anything yet?
No, she'll be here soon.
No shit. Thank you.
Jax, Steph, life has made Steph late to the show tonight. So hopefully she'll be here soon.
It's okay. We've been vamping for an hour now.
Yeah. Don't worry. The show will start soon, everyone. So yeah, that's a little Marvel movie marathon for my weekend.
Jordan, do you watch anything?
I mean, this weekend was this weekend was Guardians. Yeah, Guardians 3.
Yeah, Steph went and saw it. She liked it.
Yeah, it's been
1
week since you looked at me.
I mean, you've been Breath of the Wilding Part 2, right? That's been your week.
Well,
thank Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing. Sorry, that's what I was waiting for that.
Dang it!
He knew.
Yeah.
This happens every time.
Hi, Steph.
Hi.
Did remember to close
Yes,
OBS?
I did start I did
I
start.
mean, close Discord first, and then open OBS, and then start your virtual camera, and then
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, good.
All right.
Can rum go bad?
No,
Meat can go not as good.
it only gets stronger with time.
Yeah, I mean, it gets stronger, I think.
Oh, this just isn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Maybe it's the pineapple?
I think it might be the pineapple.
Because pineapples go bad a lot faster than rum does.
Yeah, it was a
And
little.
rum.
It was a little soft.
Squishy. Oh, ooh.
I saw it squish.
Yeah, I saw it too.
We probably shouldn't have been able to see that.
It's just a vessel. I didn't, all right.
It's just a container for my rum
Yeah.
that is soaking in all of the
Rotten pineapple.
rotten pineapple.
Which is my second
There you go.
Oh,
IG secret hidden account. Rotten pineapple.
Rotten pineapple.
That's the Halloween tiki.
That's the spicy one.
Yeah.
hi everyone.
Hi,
Oh,
Steph.
Steph,
Yeah, I
thank
saw-
God you're here.
I saw Jax. It was like, "Where's Steph?" And I was like, "I'm right here. I'm just not ready yet."
Ron Pineapple is his OnlyFans account.
Oh.
It's just me smashing pineapples. With
With
what?
your
let
feet.
them let
Oh.
the audience decide.
Spend $15 a month to find out.
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm. What's gonna be
Have you
this
started?
week?
Some
Take
article
my
the other
money.
day.
Take my money.
I read an article the other day about someone who had to they had to stop their OnlyFans account because they didn't understand taxes and that is tax.
No.
Ooh.
And they made more money than they thought they did, and then the government took it all. And I was just like, I'm pretty sure when you start it, it really goes over all this stuff. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure there was fine print. You
Read
just
Oh, yeah.
didn't want to read it.
service.
it's like I'm like,
But also at the same time, the government already knows. Just
yeah, that too.
take the money and give us back what you owe. Like, so we don't have to fucking deal with this shit. You guys have the records.
Well, in that case,
INSA.
in that case where you are an independent contractor getting paid, I can see how it still would mess you up. For the
Yeah.
rest of us who have normal W-2s, yeah, come on, guys, quit making us do a guessing game and just give us our money or take it away. Like, don't let's not play this stupid game.
Like so many other countries, that's what they do. The government just does it, so no one has to deal with tax season.
Yeah.
I mean, you've met America, right?
Yeah, it's true. Apparently, first world country means shit.
No, last night, Scott's a little sick right now, so we haven't been doing much the last couple days. And we sat on the sofa last night because he suddenly became obsessed with this true crime story that he was been kind of like telling me a little bit here and there. And I was just like, oh yeah. And he just like, has your murder ladies talked about it? I was like, no, not yet. They typically like to make sure the story is done before they tell us about it in case there's something they can add to it or whatever. And apparently he was telling me about this crazy bitch. And then there was a Netflix documentary popped up. So we watched all 3 hours last night, and I could not pull myself away from the television.
What'd you watch? What was it called?
That is a good question.
Okay.
Scott has it in 3, 2, 1.
Hopefully he's still listening.
Yeah.
Listener, we totally nailed that. Scott, put it right in chat. We're just gonna, for suspense reasons.
Yeah,
we're just
having it build for now, you know.
Yeah.
Sins of the Mother.
That's right.
See?
I highly
I
recommend everyone watch it. This
don't
is the
know.
most
I think it's on my
wildest,
list.
crazy. She was just in court last week, like the finalization of the first
Sentencing?
finalization of what? Sentencing, yes.
Okay.
Because she's going to go to 3 other states for 3 other issues because
Zoinks.
Damn.
she murdered and did bad things, all in the name of Jesus. So it's
Of
just one of
course.
those, you know. And yeah, it was a. If anyone's looking for a good Steph,
Apparently,
if
I
you're looking
watched
for
it.
what
Yeah, apparently I've already watched it.
did you like it?
Oh yeah, no, I've been pouring myself through things right now, like docs and stuff.
I don't know if
I
that's
watched
the right
the
phrasing.
my ex, my lover one. I watched that. My ex, my killer. Whew, that's rough.
My lover,
That's
my
the-
killer.
Is that the
My
sequel
lover, my killer.
to
This
My
is like a
Ex, My Lover?
Lifetime movie.
Oh, it
no,
absolutely does.
It's just like a
Lori
document,
Laughlin's in it.
crime documentary of like really crazy exes. Is rough.
This
I watched
one
that.
is this Lori Vallow Daybell lady is insane.
In the
Married
membrane?
5 times. Some of them died of
Things.
things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Her kids are dead. Like, it was wild. It was
Jeez.
just like, it was one of those things, like, you got to part 3 and it's like, I don't even know.
How does it keep going?
Ooh.
The funniest part about this is it shows that I've watched episode 2 and 3, but my episode 1 is unwatched. So I don't know if I watched it downstairs and then continued on my account,
That's probably what
or
happened.
if
Maybe.
it just threw
That
me
makes
into
sense.
2 and 3.
No, you probably watched it downstairs and
That
I'm gonna
seems
continue
valid.
this on my own.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm currently watching the documentary of Anna Nicole Smith.
Ooh, how is that?
It's interesting.
Yeah,
I
she
much
another
about her.
lived a life.
Except when she was in the workout plan video.
Kanye
That's
West
the most
new
I
workout
know of
plan. Yeah.
her. Yeah.
My name's Hannibal Smith. And then
Oh yeah. And
No,
I'm,
what was-
yeah, exactly.
What was it that when she was on her
I'm now dating outside the family.
no when
I
she
got
was
a
she
double
did that,
wide.
she did that
Now
award
rode a
show.
plane.
Or road.
Oh.
She was on the MTV movie music awards or movie awards. I don't remember which one.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "If anyone was going to direct a movie about my life, it would be this guy." Yeah.
Yeah, she was drunk out of her
Oh,
You were like,
mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like,
Like I was a child and I knew.
you're like, "Mm-mm." The year
These
she
90s
died.
Amanda Bynes.
The year she
Mm.
died, I went to West Hollywood for the Halloween parade, and there were so many Anna Nicole Smiths that would
Oh.
just like walk down the street and then drop on the ground, spilling fake pills everywhere, and they would just stay there for a good beat as the joke. But it was
That's
also
the
the
part that I
same
was
year.
like trying to remember. I didn't
And
know
that
why
was
she
Classy
died.
bunch of people.
Yeah,
aren't we?
humans are classy. Also, that was the same year that Britney had her
Oh,
blackout.
meltdown.
And there was like Britney's would dance around
Were there
her.
bald ones with a
Oh yeah, yes, yeah,
whatever she was hitting? A baseball bat?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
LA's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. But right
Still
now I'm
weird.
watching that. It's interesting. It's like 2 hours long. She talked like we're talking about Playboy right now.
So you're still in the good years.
Yeah. The thing is I didn't remember what happened. I had an idea, but I didn't
Because you were
remember.
a child.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
so now-
children then, Steph.
Yeah, so now I'm
I wouldn't
Boss
watching.
man.
expect you to know.
My boss made a very interesting statement a couple weeks ago, which is always problematic at best. That he was like, "Oh, it's a good thing Hugh Hefner died 2 weeks before the Me Too movement started," and I'm just kind of like,
Ugh.
"That's a weird statement to say."
I heard
It
a
is.
I mean, he's
I
not
forgot how
wrong.
old I was, but there was a whole Reddit thing about how fucked up Playboy was or
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
things were. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, very very bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
That-
great.
Those all the rumors about the grotto, which then never go to the grotto.
I'm assuming every sorts of VD you could just get by breathing air from the grotto.
Every playmate of the month or whatever had to sleep with Hugh. Like there's just
Oh.
it was
A lot of
just
real
bad. It was
messed up,
bad.
gross
Yeah.
stuff coming out of there. Yeah.
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 Well, anyway,
And then
so
Hustler's
Steph,
worse.
how you doing? How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I've been all over the place.
Now, Steph, before you get going on your stories,
Yeah.
we are already prepared. So if you want to mute yourself and get to shaking,
It's gonna take a while.
Which
It'll
one
take
are
a
we
while.
using? Did anyone pick a flavor? A specific
Whichever
flavor?
you want.
I have
I'm
mystery.
gonna go
did watermelon.
mystery.
I have mystery. Mine
what
are
are you
only
doing?
the
Just
small ones,
muting?
so
Muting while we're slapping?
no, we've
Yeah.
done
yes,
we've
it's
like,
very loud.
Wait, Steph, have you never done this before?
No, I have. It turns to little tiny airhead
Okay,
pillows
yeah,
that
that's,
you eat in one bite.
Because you seem confused by like.
Yeah, I didn't know when you guys would start. On the way driving home, I was like, have they started? I don't even have my thing. I could have been doing this the whole time.
Yeah.
What the fuck is she doing in her car? Is she doing the airhead thing?
You roll down your windows. It's for a bit. Twitch.tv/LORC podcast.
I'll be on as soon as I get home.
Speaking
Bye.
Bye.
Update, when I went on Saturday, when I went to the vet again,
Uh-oh.
Mia pointed out how she heard us call her out.
Did
So
you
Mia,
meet
you're watching
Mia?
again.
Did you
Hello.
meet her?
No, I didn't
We-
meet Mia.
No,
It was
no.
too busy.
We we gave her a shout out. We didn't call her out.
Oh, sorry. We shouted
True.
her out.
I'll call her out now, Mia.
No.
Here's the thing, Mia. I'm calling you out.
Mia, we hear about you, but we ain't
We-
seeing you.
There you go.
We need photographic proof, Mia.
You
I'm
fake.
pretty
Why aren't you
sure I
hitting us up
saw
on the
her.
socials,
If
Mia?
you're watching, I'm pretty sure I saw you. I just wasn't going to go, are you Mia, when you were taking someone else in? Like, I just find that rude.
Hey, you know what? No, that's,
I'll meet
that's
you
absolutely
eventually.
fair. That's absolutely
Yeah,
fair
that's-
because
you
she
know
had
what?
someone go to you and go, "Are you Steph?"
Oh,
So yes, you can call out, "Hey, are you Mia?" I think that's fine. That's
Are
only
you
fair.
are you the Stephanoids?
Steph goes, ooh.
yes. Hi, I'm Steph.
Steph, before we like get detracted too much again, did you get a haircut or something? Or is your hair just laying differently right now?
No, my hair is like laying differently. It's, if anything, everyone's been
Complicating you?
everyone's been complimenting that my hair has grown. And I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I still did a clean buzz again.
Okay.
Did you
And
do that
then,
recently?
Yeah, I did it last night. My
Okay.
hair is growing though. I'm like right here now. Yeah, it's a start. It's a start. And then this is still here. The thing with my hair though is my hair is like naturally kind of like wavy and shit.
Yeah.
So like you'll really
Oh,
you'll
is this what
really
we're
really
doing?
see my hair like long if I straighten it. Like just straight. But like for the most part, are we all doing, oh god.
I
I
guess
can't
I
do
don't
the
know.
middle
I just want to
split.
be cool.
The middle split looks
Middle
so
split?
weird on me.
Oh, I feel like, aren't I always doing a middle split?
I don't
Is
know.
this where we're at in our careers as podcasters? That this is what we do now?
We just play with our hair.
the middle split
That's-
does all the difference.
Bro, when you're in the game 10 years, you just find yourself in weird places.
like it just
Emo cast.
it's not my thing. I don't really like it.
No, I don't like that my hair is doing it today either because this is high school, Leland. So, panic at the LORC.
I just can't help but feel like going, "Where are you?"
He looks like fucking Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man
Yeah.
3.
I see
Yeah.
it.
And
The dance scene. The club
Yes.
Anthony,
see
I'm
it.
mad. I'm mad that you went ahead and joined the Black Parade and you didn't invite us.
scene.
Listen, I got to get some clout here in the parade first. You don't just walk up and get to be the parade master or whatever. Once I get into the marching band, I'll bring everyone else in.
God.
You're gonna have to start on oboes, but you can also raise in the ranks.
I told you I'll do what my new character in D&D plays. Bagpipes.
Leland's gonna be a hippo person.
Do we all have the
Yep.
same haircut again?
We all have varying
Yeah, we all have
uh,
different variations of the same
of the
haircut.
same haircut.
Yeah.
Long on
Yeah, we've
top, short on the
established
sides.
Mhm.
I
dig
mean,
it.
that's just
Great.
kind of how it is right now, I guess.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, it works in all of our own unique ways.
Yeah.
Could you push your hair back, please?
Yeah, seriously.
I love things like that. It looks Cool.
Okay, I'm glad someone said it because I was just like, because if I say it, he's gonna come at me and be like, "Why you always gonna be doing it?" But if you say it, he'll do it. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we made him cry.
Oh
fun.
no.
He really likes his hair that way.
Oh.
Steph, are
I
you
was
ready
Tapping into my emo self.
What am I ready about?
for the thing?
Oh yeah. I'm already like mine is already this. Mine's here.
Okay, so do we eat a regular one first?
However you want. Jordan, you've got a little thing queued up, don't you?
I do.
We're a little multimedia this episode.
Yes.
Oh.
At the
So-
last possible
Yeah.
moment.
So just to set it up, Leland or myself, I forget who, we sent into our private chat this video, this like TikTok or something about flipping the airheads and how it's supposed to change the flavor. And we're like, wow, that's
Oh.
nuts. That seems crazy. And then Jordan and Steph are like, yeah, duh. I mean, I'm summarizing, but that's pretty much what they said.
I feel you missed some important parts, but that is the gist of it.
That's the gist of what they said.
This actually took less time than I thought it was gonna take.
I
We used to be
I've
slapping
nearly
this shit
split my fucking
forever.
knuckles doing this.
I'm
This is
hurting my
out of-
thumbs. They got a red mark. See?
Nice, and you earned it.
Thank
So Leland and I were like, hey, this seems fun and easy to do. Little did we know it was not going
Fuzzy.
to be easy, and being fun remains to be seen. Airheads are difficult to get, apparently.
Oh,
Super
yeah. I had to
difficult.
go to 3 places.
3
Four.
stores, 4,
I had
3.
to go
Yeah.
to 4 places. I
I thought
imagine
it-
airheads everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Okay, they had airhead products, but
Yes.
they
Yes.
did not have the airheads
Airhead
I
bites?
needed.
All over.
Gum. all the
Airheads
gum.
bite, airheads chewy, like the
Again,
chewy
Extreme?
candies.
All I could find
Extreme, yeah.
was a pack of these small ones. That's it. I could
Yeah.
only get the small ones.
Yeah.
I did almost buy these just because I wanted to try them. Were extreme
Sour
sour
Belts?
rainbow.
Oh, I love
Oh,
those.
they're
They
good.
weren't.
Saw those.
They were not in excuse me, packages. They were just like you just open and eat a
Yeah.
sour stretch.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
they're
not
sour
what we're
strips,
talking
that's all it is.
They're
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
Those are good.
So yeah, we're like, okay, in 2 weeks we'll all get some. We'll do the flippy, and we'll see what's up. So here's a video that kind of inspired everything.
Credit to Jordan the Stallion 8.
Light and
On
life that you
TikTok.
should have known earlier, but you just didn't.
Also on
I
YouTube.
have been eating airheads incorrectly for the past 20 years. Come here. So apparently
Oh, I hear
airheads
shit.
are
That's
like
exactly
this, right?
what
They're
Yeah,
flat.
you guys aren't gonna hear
okay?
it, so.
Flat surface. But apparently you're supposed to shake the airheads before opening them so that they end up tiny, like little cubes, because it makes the flavor just a bit differently. And this specific one, the mystery flavor, I guess changes flavors after you shake it to the bottom. So I'm going to shake them and see how they turn out. As you can see,
And that's what we're doing. I'm gonna just stop the video there. 'cause-
Yeah, that's fine. This ain't the fuck about him.
Damn.
Okay.
Jordan
I
the
will
Stallion
admit
getting called out.
something.
There's
Jordan the
orange?
Bear is here, all right? That's all we need.
True.
Oh, I
Bear
didn't even
beat the
get
shit
orange.
out of the stallion.
The flavors that
I watched 2 bears fight for 8 minutes. It was scary and
Oh,
dope as hell.
yeah. Jordan needs
What?
to send you that clip. It is the most intense fight ever.
What kind of bears?
They're Alaskan grizzly bears.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
They
fucking
just
like,
fucking
dude.
fight. And I'm just like, dude, you're so close to them. And I was like, what if
No,
they
no, no,
turn
no, no. They're
on
zoomed
you?
in a lot.
Oh, okay. I
They're
was like,
zoomed in
they
a
look
lot.
like they were 15 feet away. I was like, I don't think they're gonna fuck around with each other anymore. They might come after you, and I don't think you're ready for that.
No one's ready for that.
Yeah,
Nope.
Leonardo DiCaprio had to get mauled by a
That
fucking
and
bear just to
Oscar.
get his damn
Two things
award.
people are not ready for.
It's true.
Mhm.
Like, because bears can travel up to 30 miles an hour running.
Oh,
so
no.
you're not gonna outrun a bear. Climbing a tree
These
doesn't help
bear
either.
facts- keep these bear facts in mind for our honey bear heist game during our charity stream in
Have you
a little
seen
more than
cocaine
2
bear?
weeks.
They're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
June
no,
3rd.
bears are fast as shit. They're fast as fuck, boy, and they climb. They can climb. All right.
Cocaine Bear is like it's rentable, and I've almost rented it to watch. But as soon as it hits like HBO or something, that is for sure gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leland, you jumping in? Which are you taking from the control group? The unswished, flipped, unspanked?
No, I've
airhead?
already done all that. I'm on the squishy one now.
Okay, well,
okay.
where are you at?
It's done.
What's your opinion?
It tastes the same to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Confession.
have Peacock.
Because
I didn't watch. Oh.
in
the
the
only
video.
one I don't
He
have.
says the mystery flavor.
Yeah. I only had one mystery flavor, so that's on me.
Okay.
All right. Well,
one,
I will.
I didn't even know.
I've got a control group of a unflipped mystery, and I've got a pre-flipped mystery. I'm gonna take little bites though.
This doesn't look flipped enough. I'll do that.
What's the mystery flavor supposed to be again?
It's a mystery.
Motherfucker.
I thought they did. I thought they said what the flavor was before.
Isn't it like blue raspberry or some nonsense? Nope, because I'm holding blue raspberry.
Well, then it's probably not the mystery one. All right.
Okay.
So, classic Airhead, same as it ever was. Weirdly kind of grainy, which I always forget.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
I never remember that about this. What is an Airhead? It's not taffy.
It's like
It's-
taffy.
It's taffy adjacent.
Yeah.
It's like artificial taffy, which
Yes.
is a
Yeah.
statement.
That's exactly
It's,
what it is.
it's like Laffy Taffy, where it's or like what's the
It's Laffy
Hubba-
Taffy, yeah.
No, what's the Mambo? Is that what I'm
Oh,
thinking?
like
Oh,
a mambo.
Mambas.
Yeah, like a
Mambas.
Mamba, where they're
Or
like taffy.
Like a haichu?
A haichu is this another one.
Haichu.
I
Haichu's
found out
good.
this recently. That, now, granted, now we all do know that Jordan hates Tootsie Pops and Tootsie Rolls, but he flips off the camera like, all right. But I found out that is actually not chocolate; it's cocoa flavored taffy. It's not a chocolate product; it's just cocoa flavored taffy in that shape.
Huh.
What part did you think was chocolate?
In what?
I don't know. I never really thought
Tootsie
about it until
Rolls.
someone told me it wasn't. So like,
Tootsie
Like-
Rolls.
It's
Oh, okay.
chocolate flavored.
yeah. Look, you hand me a little piece of candy that's brown. I just assumed chocolate. Okay.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I'm gonna try my little pillow now.
Mm.
Okay. Regular Airhead. It is a flavor. Flat, puffy.
Jordan looks very confused.
So that is a different flavor.
It does. Maybe the flavor just gets all
It's just
pushed down at the
condensed.
bottom and it's the same
Yeah.
flavor, just more intense.
Like a centrifuge, the flavor
Yeah.
is now in layers.
Yes.
Either that or mystery flavor is just randomly a different flavor
Could be.
from like
I like how
thing to
this is
thing.
super.
Yeah.
I like how
Makes
this
sense.
is super trending because I looked it up and I said, "What is an Airhead candy?" And then like 5 days ago, someone goes, "Why do you shake Airheads?" And then it goes, "Yeah, because it or what is it? Shake the Airheads so they end up tiny like little cubes because it makes the flavor just a bit different." 5 days ago,
Just a bit different.
I just
Look up what is Airhead's mystery flavor.
well, yeah,
Be honest, kind of tastes the
mystery
same.
flavor.
Yeah. It tastes the same.
You know, they had Airhead's mystery flavor is a unique and delicious combination of natural and artificial flavors, including raspberry, blueberry, cherry, and citrus.
So it's everything.
Yeah, so it's everything.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's the hot dogs of candy. They just take whatever fruit flavors that they didn't use and they were just like, we'll just shove it together.
It's the leftovers, yeah.
Yeah. With beaks and assholes.
The
Yeah, 'cause I've
Airheads
got-
white mystery flavor can change from batch to batch.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's whatever's left. So like
Yeah.
some have a little more blue, some have a little more cherry.
Yeah. So, and that's why the flavor would
Yeah.
change, because whatever the concentration is in that particular
Mhm.
Yeah.
one is where you're gonna taste more.
Because
Alright.
in my box of the 6 assorted flavors, one of them
Yeah.
being mystery, so 5 flavors, blue raspberry, cherry, and orange are all flavors they already have.
I got
Oh.
a strawberry one and a watermelon.
Yeah. What I was saying with watermelon was watermelon used to not be in this green of the foil. It used to be the dark green foil. And this used to be green apple, which I wonder does anyone have green apple? And is that
No.
still an Airhead flavor?
Mine says watermelon.
I have watermelon.
Okay.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
And maybe they don't have green
It's the
apple
same.
anymore.
They do not.
Oh, okay. Why do they always get rid of green apple things?
Yeah,
Because
mix
people
things up.
suck.
The world is cursed.
Or that option.
There's like a whole thing of like different mystery flavors, and then
We
it
live in the
said
darkest
like the
timeline.
mystery flavor for a white dum dum. It's birthday cake.
I don't
know,
know if I
right?
would enjoy that as much.
Birthday
To have a
cake.
bunch of fruit flavors and then get like birthday cake.
Dum
Yeah.
Dum's got like root beer and I
Oh,
think
Dum Dums. I was thinking gumdrops.
oh
Hmm.
yeah, that'd be a weird change up.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How are mystery flavored dum dums made? To save time and money, the company puts in one flavor of a lollipop immediately after the previous, letting the machines run continuously instead of stopping them to clean them out. The result is that at the end of one flavor run, a little bit gets mixed in with the beginning of the next.
Fair enough.
Like Dum Dum is not Mars. Like it's not, you know, the Rolls Royce of candies by far. But it is big enough and it is a long running company that I would assume that they would have VATs for each flavor and not have to run the same flavor or run all flavors through the same vat to make candy.
What do you consider to be the Rolls Royce of candies?
Like your Mars candies, your M&Ms and Snickers and shit like
Your
that.
Hershey's?
Yeah, your Hershey's.
I just had
that's
never
what
heard
you're-
anyone refer to it as, why are you double fisting Airheads?
Because he wants to
One's
get
flat,
both the flavors.
One's puffy. I'm trying to see if there's a difference.
Oh, okay.
It'll only work with the white ones.
You know what I like, or what I've been eating recently? I forgot what store I went to, but they had are they called is it Reasons or Reasons or
Reasons.
Reasons?
And the reason is you.
Yeah, that's what you said last time I ate one. Yeah, today I've had a couple in my purse, and then I was just waiting for my coworkers to do something, and I was like, "Let me give you a reason," and then I just gave her it, and she's like, "Oh, thank you," and I was like, "Thanks." Yeah, I was waiting.
Steph,
had
you're
them
waiting to give out candy just so she can make a joke.
Mhm.
I could see that happening.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She waited
I-
almost 3 weeks to say give her wine cheese joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
she
want
wanted that one
cheese with
bad.
that wine? Well, the problem is I've been
And she almost
wanting to
messed
say it,
up.
but what everyone was whining about was legit reasons to whine. And I was like, now that's just mean.
You just gotta
Like,
sit on it, Steph. 90% of comedy is timing.
I know, but some are hard.
Jordan feels like he's like one of those characters that you come across in some sort of sci-fi movie who's working on some sort of contraption off the view screen, and he pops in to be like, "Yeah, I got that," and he'll disappear again. Let me look for the part you need.
There's a lot of dum-dums.
Yeah, Dum Dums
Flavor?
have a lot of flavors.
Yeah.
One of the questions is, can I give my dog a dum-dum? And it says, no, you shouldn't give your dogs candy.
Yeah, no,
At least they
no.
asked.
That's true, I guess, but you know.
Yeah, I just...
I feel like it's because they asked because they said they did it. Their friends got on their case, and then they went to the internet to try and validate themselves. Like, am I the asshole on Reddit?
Steph, see, it's a sign.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Okay.
Oh, the asshole on Reddit. Am I the asshole? I've been watching a lot of Am I the Assholes, and I've just been yelling, "You're a fucking asshole!" Yes, you were wrong about everything.
They almost always are. At least the
What?
ones
Yeah.
that get to me anyway.
What is
No,
this?
so like, there's like a Reddit post of like, "Am
There's
I
a
the
Reddit
asshole?"
thread.
But
There's a Reddit thread
Yeah,
called
Reddit
"Am I the
thread.
Asshole?"
yeah,
Leland, do you
Mm.
know what Reddit is?
I know what Reddit is. I just don't go to it.
Okay.
I don't really go to it either. So I watch Smosh videos where they go over some stories, and I listen to them tell the stories, and I'll hear it.
Did you
makes
say
it more-
Smosh videos?
Yeah,
What is
they're
that?
still
word?
around.
Smosh is one of like the oldest YouTube channels, like
Yeah.
of all time.
I've never heard of that.
Okay.
I mean, it's not.
Okay.
I
you
used to
can
go
say
to E-Bombs World when I was in college. Does that
They
count?
were on there, weren't they?
Yeah, no, they were.
Yeah, they were on there. I remember the Mortal Kombat video where it was like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that one.
I mean, their most famous videos is the Pokemon theme song. Like,
Forgot. It's been a long
it's
time.
them just mouthing the words to the Pokemon theme song. Like that's
okay. Yeah. Very
like
long
that
time.
was the video that put them on the map. They became #1. It was like 15 years ago. It doesn't matter.
Is this like where like Star Wars Kid would have found fame 25 years ago?
no. These guys
No.
were making content, not
Oh,
like
yeah.
They weren't
Yeah.
uploaded random things and then just
No.
being like, "Oh my god, this is existence." Okay.
Yeah,
this
they're-
is like like these are the guys that kind of like open the door for like Angry Orange and Fred.
Mm.
you're speaking a different language, Leland, right now.
Those
You know
things we
what?
talked about last week.
He wasn't
Or
paying
like 2 weeks
attention.
I
ago.
remember what happened last week.
I hope.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even know what happened last week.
I don't even know what happened today, son.
Yeah,
Like-
Smosh is a very different channel now.
Yeah,
Change for the better, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's fun. But some of these stories are real interesting. Like one guy, one of the episodes I heard recently was like this guy is like cheating on his
Oh, dude, is the one with the updates?
He's like cheating on his wife of 7 years from this
Okay, wait,
website
so
or something. It's like eating cake or something like that.
No. Okay, he posted.
eaters?
He posted on the thread on r/cake eaters. Now it's not what you think it is.
Yeah, I
It's-
thought they ate ass. I was like, boy, what are you doing?
so
Are
basically.
you gonna pass your story?
This dude posted on Cake Eaters because his coworker is going through a very nasty divorce. Her husband like works at the same company, like so shit's going down. The problem is this dude was having an affair with that woman who was having the divorce. So he's like, my life is over. Like, they're having a divorce. It'll probably come out that we've been having an affair for 6 years. Like,
Yeah. No,
like,
no, that's what it was.
like the dude's just like rationalizing how his entire life is done with. Like, I love my wife. I've been with my wife for 20 years. I love my wife. I just have an affair with another woman. It's just sex. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not emotional.
It's not emotional.
cheating.
It's not emotional. We're just two people, two consenting adults having fun with each other and going about our lives because they're both
in secret.
in
without your
secret.
partner knowing.
Yeah.
yeah.
This guy keeps going like he's not in the wrong, and I'm like, wow,
Like,
you have the audacity.
yeah, he's gotten to the point in his life where it's just like, yeah, I'm cheating, but it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing.
Yeah, I still
Like-
love my wife.
Yeah. But then like
What would your wife say about it though?
he keeps giving updates on like what happens like
Yeah.
after.
Keeps going.
So update 1, he's like, well, I never thought this was gonna happen. My coworker having a divorce, nothing happened. It all just
Yeah.
she convinced her husband that it was some other guy, so dude was in the clear. But then that woman, his mistress, snaps a picture of dude's wife with another man.
Another guy. Yeah.
So they find out, oh no, my wife is cheating on me,
Cheating on me.
and
and
Don't
this
worry, bro. It's only sex.
devastate-
and this
It's physical.
destroys him. He's
so
devastated. He's like,
devastated.
I can't. After
can't
20
believe this
years of
happened.
marriage, she would
Yeah.
have
I
an
was like, what the
affair.
fuck did-
It's
Yeah,
it's
it's-
so insane.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, like that got me through a lot of hours of work.
Yeah.
I just powered through all the letters I needed while just digesting all this drama, and I was like, man,
And
you
then-
fucked up. You're real crazy.
And then update 3 hits. He's like, I confronted my wife.
Yeah, he confronted his wife
He confronted-
about what she's been doing.
He confronted his wife, saying, I know you're having an affair. Do you love him? All these things. Like, basically, he gave her the opportunity to confess first, but he eventually just came out with saying that, you know, I know you're having an affair, blah blah blah. I've been having an affair too, blah blah, blah all these things. But she's like, no, I love him. I want a divorce.
Yeah,
And dude was just absolutely devastated.
yeah, it was crushed. It's
Man,
insane.
Cake Eaters is really popping off.
And it's because the wife knew about the husband's affair. That's
Yeah.
why
Oh,
she
really?
ended up having an affair. Like, yeah,
Definitely.
it's so many people who just should not be married. Like,
Yeah.
I
Or
would have
like-
really,
oh.
I really would have loved the 1 in a million happy ending of like I confessed I was having an affair and she confessed she was having an affair.
we now have an
But
open relationship and we've never been
we now have
happier.
an open relationship, yeah, and we've never been happier. Like the
Yeah.
communication is better than it's ever been. Like that's the 1 in a million. Like I would have loved to hear about.
Yeah, but apparently there's an unspoken rule with like, am I the asshole? And like all these forums is that if the man writes it, he's the asshole. He is in the wrong. If the woman writes it, the dude's the asshole. Like it's almost always the case.
I listened to a podcast called Dear Internet.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it before, and this is like their game. Is they pick 3 stories from Reddit. Usually,
Yeah.
every episode or every other episode, something comes from Am I the Asshole? Also, like our relationship, our paranormal, like
Yeah.
all of the most craziest kind of corners without being too niche in
Yeah.
Reddit. And it's usually if it's a guy writing, they're the ones messing up or they are certainly crazy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's certainly not 100%. There
Yeah.
have been some very usually if it's a woman, it's like a weird possessiveness
Hmm.
that they have. That's like consistent. Men are the same, but as far as the posts that they're choosing,
Yeah.
that's kind of been the trend. They're slowly breaking down the like 4 or 5 archetypes of Reddit posters. I'm looking forward to once they finally figure that out. Like everything is one of these types of people. It's a good podcast though. If anyone's got like an hour to kill in their week.
Okay.
Oh, what's it
Listen.
called?
Dear Internet.
Right, Dear Internet.
Yeah. Half of the cast of that is also on a D&D podcast I listen to, so that's how I found that one.
Okay.
Yeah, there was.
And you listen to this on?
On Stitcher. Yes.
Oh, okay, on
Oh, okay.
Stitcher. Gotcha. Dear
Yep.
Internet on Stitcher, who
Dear
we are
Internet on
not
Stitcher.
sponsored
Not
by.
sponsored by.
Not neither Dear Internet nor Stitcher. So you can
Yeah, there
find
was-
this show as a podcast on Stitcher every Monday.
Hold on.
We give a thumbs up, dear listeners.
Yeah.
Except for
Audible thumbs
Steph.
up, who apparently is not supporting this movement.
Give a thumbs up, Steph.
Oh,
There
she
we
gave
go.
2.
They're overcompensating like that.
What was the other? No, there was another story that I heard recently where this girl was saying she was dating this one guy, and like, I guess like when this guy starts dating a chick, the family does this
Lord
tradition
knows.
where they like have to test her. Like
Oof.
they have a test that they made.
Yeah, like when someone's
For
being
her?
married, when someone's
when
being
someone's
married.
about to get married, they have a test that they made that goes over like her cooking skills,
Keeping a
her,
clean
like,
house.
cleaning, like if she's tidy. Yes, Anthony. Shaking
Is-
hand up front.
Yes, Anthony from the Society of Reasonable People. Is this family conducting this test a very religious family?
No.
I don't know.
Oh,
No.
plot
No,
twist.
not at all. They just have this test. And it's real funny because she tried to get back at it. She told her family about this test that they made. So I think the agreement was like, I could be wrong, but I think the agreement was her family also made a test for the boyfriend to take. And he got really upset because he was just like, this is my family tradition, and you guys are just doing this for fun.
It's like that's literally how family traditions start.
I know.
Also, double
so
standards.
upset.
Also, like it's messed up that your family has a test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I was listening, and they're like, yeah, so, his family does a test. And I was like, oh, God, what test is this? And I'm just listening, and it was just like cooking, tidiness, like how she handles situations. And I was like, no, not worth it. I'm out. Like, this is too fucking weird.
Yeah.
You're going to be judging me like that with, like, your whole written out list? Fuck that. Nope.
Yeah.
That weird.
No.
But I mean, some of these stories
Wasn't that
are
the plot to
fucking
Ready or
weird.
Yep, that's literally the plots of Ready or Not. Yeah.
Not? It's like,
Oh, we
Those
play
guys are
this
just on Reddit.
game, right? Is that
Yeah,
the tradition?
yeah.
They're...
That's a
Yeah.
I
great
love
movie.
my family. I have a good family. I've got
Yeah.
family in the
Yeah.
chat. But at the end of the day, if I am at the point of like marriage, I hope they like my partner. I hope that they would sign off on my partner. But they are in no way going to decide if I am going to move forward with my partner.
Yeah.
They don't have that option. Like that's my choice. That's the person I'm spending my life with. I hope there will be Thanksgivings and Christmases together, but yeah, my family's great. They don't make that decision. That is the largest red flag. And as soon as I would like find out about that, serious discussion about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just... Yeah, we will try very
No
hard
worries,
to work
Jax.
with that.
You're gonna love her. She is great.
oh, is that someone from your family?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Jax?
Don't give us any more information. Wouldn't want that.
You want to go into the family tree in the chat?
Oh, don't care anymore. You didn't talk about it. I moved on.
Let me see.
Damn, Beck.
Trying to think.
I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna jab back.
Oh, it took me a second, and I was just like, "Oh, that's what that meant."
Me and Beck are part of the same club, so we can make jokes and laugh at dark ass humor. That fucked up though.
Like that's an unblockable shot you took at me. There's no defense. You crane kicked me in the face. It's an illegal move, and you shouldn't win the tournament based off of that point. But everyone's gonna let it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, good times, everybody.
You want me to
Steph.
pull up the list?
I mean, we're pretty deep into the episode. I want to check with Steph. We've been on for an hour and a half, bud.
Okay.
I've been on for like 30 minutes, maybe 40.
Yeah, Steph.
Whatever.
Unfortunately,
I'm
Look,
late.
look,
I was a
look,
whole hour
I'm not-
late.
Don't twist my arm. I mean, shit.
really can't wait to leave. Well, Steph, is there? I want to check. Is there anything especially exciting that you wanted to bring up tonight?
It's...
Any more adventures with you and Corm?
Oh, no, not recently. The weekend was... Well, how did my weekend go?
Didn't I?
The
Good
vet,
weekend.
Mia. Oh, went to Din Tai Fung, had those delicious chocolate Shaolin Bao.
It's like they figured out how to make the essence of the actual cacao come to life in your mouth.
It's funny because
Really good.
I mentioned it in the car. I was like, "Oh yeah, chocolate dumplings. We got to get them." Or chocolate Shaolin Bao, and they're like, "Chocolate?" And I was like, "No,
No.
just wait.
Nay,
Just
nay, sir.
wait."
Nay,
I was like,
nay.
"Just wait
Nay.
till we
Yep.
eat it." And then the lady came by with the check, right? This is like way before. And then Roseanne was like, "Do you still want your thing?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, let's get it. We need to get it." And then it came, and they go, "Oh," and it that thing's piping hot.
Yeah.
I didn't
Piping
realize
hot. Oh.
how hot that thing is. So you gotta wait a little bit for it to cool. But when everyone took their bite, it was like, "Oh, this is really good." I was like, "Yeah, you just need the one."
Yeah, no, you don't need
It's
more
very
than one.
satisfying.
Yeah.
I don't know
Didn't
how to
I
explain
fun?
it. It's like hot cocoa in a
Ball.
In a bow.
in a ball.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
hot cocoa ball.
Swiss Miss powder on
No.
a dumpling
Oh
roll.
no,
no.
it's yeah, something else. But ooh.
You're making jokes because you haven't tasted this yet. You need to
haven't.
stop. It's disrespectful to the bow chocolate medley that it is. When you finally have one, you'll understand.
Look,
why
he
you can't
didn't respect the Wellington when he was eating it. So you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you really
true.
like the Caesar
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah, fucking love that cheesy ass
salad
Caesar
ever.
salad.
The Caesar
that
salad, the
motherfucker
best
just
I've
literally-
ever had in my.
Hey, they opened
Hey,
a bag of
Yo,
romaine.
did you
back.
guys know here in Caesar's Palace they have a Caesar salad? It's really good.
Fight me.
I mean,
said what I said, and I stand by it. Best Caesar salad I ever had.
It's Caesar's Palace. I would hope so.
true.
Hail
just-
Caesar.
No, it wasn't. No, Anthony, what it wasn't that you thought it was the greatest thing ever. It was that like you made the statement after we had the full meal. Like the dessert has come. I mean, we even ate bone marrow. Like everything is
gross.
done. Hold on, and then you're just like, man,
That was a
this
really
is the
good
best salad I've ever had. We just was like,
It's the
Oh,
only thing that surpassed expectations. Which, granted, low. But bone marrow, gross.
yeah, it was gross.
Yeah. Bone marrow's not.
The
It's
beef
not
Wellington
great. It's not great.
won my jam. Like the thing I take away the most was that salad.
Was the beef Wellington not your jam because it was not brought to you between two patties, like a bun, and put like with a ketchup and mustard situation on top of it?
That is how I like most of my meats is between buns, but I am fine with other forms of transportation. No, I discovered the entire concept of a beef Wellington is just not for me. I recognize the quality, the meat itself was good, the flaky dough crust was fine.
Let's change the subject. I openly want to fight you right now.
The mushroom,
Like,
the
as soon as
mushroom
Jordan started putting his hand up,
is
I was
not
like, "Oh,
for
he's
me.
offended." This is hurting an area that he's just like, you know what?
Good.
Let's
This
just
is
stop.
torture right now. Let's move on.
No,
Jordan,
but-
that's
Next
hey,
time,
Jordan,
next time,
you and
T-bone,
Steph,
New
good.
York tomahawk meat.
That's true. I would like to go to Gordon Ramsay's like
and get like
Steak?
a steak,
steak
like
joint.
a plain steak,
Yeah, where they bring the
like a
meat
legit
on a
steak steak.
trough and they're like, "Would you like to choose which one?" You go, "Yes."
I've done that.
Yeah, no,
I've done
Jordan
that, and
got
I
the
like that
tomahawk.
more.
at
Gordon
at
Ramsay
the
steak.
Paris, at
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay steak, and
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, I ate a whole ass tomahawk.
yeah, it was good.
The only other time I kind of did that was at that place in downtown Sydney, the strip club, where they give you raw meat and you go cook it. And then in concept sounds great. And then I realized I'm just cooking my own meal and paying you for it. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't like it if I have to go to the grill and then come back to my table. I'll cook it
Yeah.
at my table,
Oh,
Korean
yeah.
style.
Yeah, that's fine. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But I don't want to
That's good.
leave my table.
K-barbecue.
Have
Yes.
to be
Yeah.
there for 10 minutes and then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love a little fry
Korean
thing.
barbecue.
Yeah,
goddamn, yes.
K-barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Delicious
I've
K
tried the
barbecue.
Japanese one too. It's good,
Shabu shabu.
but I've only
We
tried
really
it.
want to do shabu shabu. We haven't found
Yeah.
a place up here yet. I'm sure there are. We just have to venture forth and find them. I
Well,
think
we've
we
got
probably
until October to find our spots.
I want to go. This sounds real fun.
Yeah. I got the 38-ounce tomahawk.
That's
nice.
a lot of
Yeah.
steak.
That's a lot of
There's
meat.
a
It
lot.
was $160, all in my stomach.
Yeah,
It was
that's a little more than even I
wonderful.
want to pay. I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
go 100, but that extra 60, I'm like,
It was so
True.
good.
I mean, I know
Yeah, I think
for
I
a
top out
fact
at
I
100.
couldn't eat that by myself, so that would be a shared plate for me because I can't.
this is like
can only eat
There
so
we go,
much meat.
Steph.
Anthony, remember that movie, The Great Outdoors?
Yes, that's exactly what.
Sort of.
What? Yes,
Okay.
I ate that steak.
Nice. Yeah.
It's a
John Candy got that shit for free.
It's true. He finished it. He wanted to die.
And if you went to any like rat hole diner on the side of the road, you could add the same size steak and gotten it for free in your picture on the wall, but it wouldn't have been as good.
That's true. Jordan, I feel, has like a photograph book like Ron Swanson does of all his steaks and whiskeys that he's had. So
Man, in our social media
that's
era,
a really good idea.
I feel you may be missing some, but I bet you could probably get you'd probably have a photo of a lot of your meals.
You guys are
Not from you. You got to go to Steph to get them.
It's true.
But
I do have a lot of the pictures. Yeah.
yeah, because that's not your jam. But that is
soon, soon, my Instagram will exclusively be various whiskeys and bourbons and scotches and steaks.
Jordan is a steak.
Steaks.
I mean, we went to last Friday. We did lunch at the Tiki Bar.
Ooh,
That was
How was that?
fun.
yeah, how was it?
I got a virgin drink, and then I got a
Okay.
drink.
Mm.
But no, then I opted because I had to drive and go to work, so I got the virgin, and I asked the Australian waiter whose accent I was just like, keep talking because it's funny and I love it. Because he would say things that just doesn't work in American or English, like American English. Like if someone comes over and goes, "You lads okay?" It don't sound right. But you throw an accent on it.
Okay, I was
It
like,
sounds
Leland, I
wonderful.
don't see what the problem was. You
Nah,
said
it's
it,
hard
and I
to-
was like, is
Maybe
there
try
a
and talk to you about
problem?
any premonitions.
No, because that's Kiwi. Anyway, but I asked him because I got this non-alcoholic drink called a Port in a Storm, and it was so good. And I asked him like, "Oh,
I
can
want
you
the
get
storm.
these?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." I should have said that. I was like, "You
Can I
can
get the
get these
storm in this?
adult wise, right?" He goes, "Oh yeah, mate, I can spike the shit out of that." It's like, great. This is great. This is what I want to hear. So when I come back in a
Oh.
week and I want to be like, I talked to the Aussie and he said he could spike the shit out of this. So that's what I would like this evening. Thank you.
Or no.
No.
But they had they do like they do pub food, but like it's a high-end pub food because like this tiki joint really wants to make like good food. They have like an actual chef that sets a menu. It changes pretty frequently depending on the mood or what they can get in that day.
So it's a tiki
And they had,
restaurant.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
But anyway, but like I had a smash burger that was really good, and then Scott got their daily burger special, which was a volcano burger. I don't remember what was on it, but he was extremely happy because it was like
That sounds good.
flavorful, I guess was the word he used.
No, I'm just counting down until Scott puts it in the chat.
Oh, I mean, he may have fallen asleep. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so it
He has
was,
been quiet.
midday tiki break. Good times.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Yeah.
little
She did
break.
that.
Yeah, that was the most exciting thing, other than getting yelled at work. So that's about it.
Yeah.
I told you he came in, right?
Yeah, you mentioned.
Like a second time? 3
I
times.
forgot to mention.
Oh yeah, he came in and picked up 2 of the books. Yeah. He was like, "Well, I'll be back next year." I was like, "You can come on back, but your folder's shut down."
No, while you were saying that story,
Yeah.
I had a window already open that was like best comebacks. I forget. So as you were saying shit, that's when I just started to paste shit because I was like, oh yeah, let's go with this. One of the ones was like, tell me it's a straw, or what is it?
Oh,
Tell me
right,
to get
okay,
a straw
yes.
and suck it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I was like, "What?"
Yeah. I thought
Out
it
of
was wow.
context.
While Steph is going off, I was proud of you, but you're
Yeah.
just copy and pasting this shit.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like, No credit for me, guys. I'm literally copy pasting this shit, but that was too much to say at the time I was doing it.
I legitimately thought you were just dropping these haymakers,
no.
dude. Like,
No, there was a bunch that I was like, "Ooh, is this a little too much? Is this appropriate for what he's saying?"
So,
I found it. It's called 100 Comebacks and Sick Burns that will let you walk away from any argument away feeling victorious.
All right,
Number
Steph, because it's
6
getting
was
late.
the one that I said.
Steph, it's getting late. You get 5. Tell us your
Number
5
6
favorite.
was the one that I said, which is someday you'll go far, and I hope you'll stay there. And then I started reading the other ones, and then they have them categorized too, which I thought was wild. So it was just like, okay, there's best comebacks, then there's funny comebacks, then there's great comebacks again, and then there's
best, funny, great,
witty.
Okay.
So, like, here's one. Your kid is so annoying, he makes his Happy
space at
Meal
this point.
cry.
Sorry, Steph, say that again.
I don't know. Your kid is so annoying, he makes his Happy Meal cry.
I feel like sad would be better.
I don't get it, but it's funny.
Like I wouldn't
You're
say
like
annoying.
a cloud. When you disappear, it's a beautiful day.
I like a cloudy day over a blue sky. It gives the sky texture.
It's
But,
true.
Back to the other one. Your kid is so annoying. I don't think that works out as well. Your
Yeah.
kid is so
Okay.
ugly. Your kid is so dumb. Maybe.
Yeah.
One of my
annoying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
One of my favorite insults is, "You're so ugly, you make blind children cry."
Oh, there was another one that said, what was it? Hold on. No, I just saw it. It had to do with the face thing that you just said. Yeah, that's fine.
Being ugly.
Oh, there. Snarky comebacks. If you're gonna be two-faced, at least make one of them pretty.
Damn.
One of the ones that I was gonna tell you was keep rolling your eyes. You might eventually find a brain.
Snap.
Oh snap!
Oh yeah, I guess that was it.
That was.
And then there was
You
just
have
like
2
a
more,
lot
Steph.
of brain.
You have
Oh,
2
okay.
more.
I envy people who have never met you.
That's cold. That's cold as hell. And now that works pretty much anytime.
That's
great.
what you say. You turn and just walk away. I envy people who've never met you. They just leave.
Oh, sorry. That
I
was
feel like
under
Sharon
sick
Stone
burns.
says that in '94.
The last 10 were sick burns, and that was one of them.
Sick burns.
You're my favorite person besides every other person I've met.
That's too long.
Boo.
That one's way too long.
Come on, Steph. We need a good one to end on.
I don't have the time or crayons to explain this to you.
I swear I've heard that before. That's good though.
I'm sure I've
I've
heard that one before. The time or crayons to explain this
That
to
is
you.
a good one.
I hope your wife brings a date to your funeral.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's savage.
damn.
And then people like you are the reason why God doesn't talk to us anymore.
All right, that's
Didn't know we were gonna get metaphysical there at the end.
you look like you fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch.
Yeah. Number 90.
I've heard
I
that one
told
from
my
my dad.
therapist about you.
That Leland says that to us constantly.
All the time.
Constantly.
Yeah, Roll Your Eyes was a pretty good one. There's something about that what is it, Steph? Like take a straw and suck it?
Yeah.
Oh, grab a straw. Oh, no, it's grab a straw because you suck. I said
Oh.
it wrong. I said grab a straw and suck it is what I said.
I like that one way better.
Yeah, I like
It's
that
way
one.
more aggressive
Yeah.
than what it actually was.
Or you hand them a straw. Here, take this.
You
Yeah.
take this and suck
Take
it.
this, motherfucker. All right.
What's this for? So
Anthony.
you can suck it. You just leave.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you so much. We hope you have enjoyed this ridiculous conversation. just to add that little bit of space to now this, we are little more than 2 weeks away from our charity stream. Things are shaping up, and it's looking to be another fantastic day, June 3rd from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. ish. We will be here on twitch.tv/LORC podcast, just having a good old time raising money for the Take Steps organization that money goes to for researching and finding cure for Crohn's and colitis. It is a big day for us. We have been kicking everything into high gear. Absolute all the praise and first thanks always will have to go to Jordan, who is putting in a lot of work, to do this, putting off his own streams, and you guys will see the quality on that Saturday once we get into it. But we will be breaking up into segments. Jordan's going to be kicking off with some video games early on. Do we know one game? Is there a fighting game that maybe takes place on the streets that we may see?
Yes, Street Fighter 6, because it launches literally the day before the stream. Day 2, Street Fighter 6.
So we'll be seeing a lot of that. The middle of the day, I will be running my family through a tabletop role-playing game called Honey Bear Heist. They will each be playing bears in a human world, trying to accomplish things. I'm not going to tell you the story. You're going to have to tune in to find out. As well as after that, we're going to open it up to the community where everyone can join us in large multiplayer games like we do on Sundays. We will be taking donations throughout the entire day. Also, new feature this year, we will be having an art auction. I am currently still collecting artists, but currently we have friend of the podcast, Roseanne, who will be donating some of her acrylic art. She's got fantastic stuff. Check her out at Rose
Resin.
Milk Resin. What did I say?
Yeah.
Acrylic.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
Resin. Check her out at rosemilktea.co. A longtime buddy of mine, Caleb Cleveland, who is a published artist, done work for Dark Horse, for forgot the other ones. Anyway, a fantastic artist at Caleb is drawing. Nap, who has been on the podcast before, and I on hers, Creeping Wave. She will be donating a piece. Lucid_Nap. Our resident Goblin Queen Jackie, who wasn't here tonight, but she will also be donating art. A lot of you are familiar with the stuff that she's done. She helped do the character art for last year's game. Check her out at Red Velvet Art, red with 2 Ds. And Taryn Tyler will be donating her 2 signed copies of her books. I mentioned those books earlier. That's what got me into now Audible and listening to books.
Audiobooks.
That's the word I couldn't get around to. I'm still reaching out for more artists and people who want to donate, but we will be doing an auction during the stream, and everything, of course, goes to the charity. So if you want to get a little something this year, we have something that can come back to you. All of these artists are fantastic. These were my first 5 choices of people who I would love to have had stuff from that are also either related to my personal life or to the podcast itself. So each one of these people are amazing and well worth every dollar that you spend. So that's charity stuff coming up. If you want to keep up to date on all that stuff, and maybe you would be interested in sharing the charity posts that we've got going on now to raise awareness, let everyone know that we're doing the show, and then help us raise some money. Find us on the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at LORC Podcast. If you have any questions about anything, or if you would like to add to the list of ridiculousness, which we went too long to hit up today, but we'll be back next week, email us anything at lorcpodcast@gmail.com. If for whatever reason you were not here at the beginning of the show, you can find this as the full stream on YouTube or as a podcast on Monday. In all the podcast places, just search League of Ridiculous Conversations. That's what that LORC stands for that we keep mentioning, but we don't mention our full name nearly as often because it's long.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot of words.
And if you've had fun with us, if maybe you are not, if you are finding this later into the future and you're finding us to be a delight, find us on our Discord. It is free. Reach out to us via any of those social medias and we'll get you in. We have a very vibrant and heartfelt community that are just full with some of the most amazing people I think we could ever really ask for.
It's true.
Everyone in our Discord is a superstar, hands down. So then moving on to another superstar, Jordan, you're on the internet.
Yes.
Tweeting more often.
Yeah, I've been tweeting a lot more of my random thoughts. You can find my most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. That includes Twitter at Jordan is a Bear and on Twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear, but not this month because we're preparing for the charity stream. So maybe in June you'll see me again streaming on my personal channel, but we'll see what happens then. Yes, I hope you do tune in to the charity stream. The donation link is right there in the chat. If you feel so inclined to donate, please don't feel obligated, but it's very much appreciated. But spread the word as much as possible. It really will help us.
You do that.
Yeah, do that. And that's it for me. Steph, why don't you tell the people where they can find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Stephnoids. That's Stephuhnoids. That's all.
Oh,
Leland.
Did she do it on purpose?
I don't know.
I can't tell.
What'd she do?
I just blurted out everything, and I don't really recall what I said other than I stated everything. I got a lot on my mind.
Fair
enough.
Fair.
You can Leland Pierce art or Pineapple Pierce. I'm on internet. There you go.
Oh, actually.
Anthony.
And if you want to find out how nearly deep of a rabbit hole I went down trying to curate a Marvel movie marathon to explain and catch you up properly for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, feel free to hit me up on the social medias at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter. So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order, we are...
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.